Background started at the age of 12. I became homeless due to abuse and neglect. My journey's taken me from there to here. I've worked for many nonprofits. I've been in the business for over 23 years, working for several agencies. I've worked with young people, homeless young people. I've worked with homeless adults. I've worked with families that are homeless. I've worked with battered women who are homeless. It's my passion, and I'm a strong advocate for individuals, I believe.
I think what directs towards my depression is not having a family, not somebody that I can have call a mom or a dad. And then it's also like the feeling of that I'm not gonna succeed because there's always something that I feel that's pulling me back. Like I'll take this much steps further just to get pushed this many steps back. And I kind of felt like with my life and me growing up in foster care, I don't know nobody in my family that's actually really successful, that's doing everything without not being on the system. Well, I want to be successful. I want to finish college. I want to graduate. I feel like I won't be able to do it because of looking at my background history of my parents and who they are. But I look at it like I'm still a little bit more ahead than that because I'm working. I'm being the best mother that I possibly can be to him, not really having that example.
Well, Harley has a big family. We arrived there and they were like, well, you have the living room floor to sleep in since everything is occupied. We were sleeping with our 4 kids in the floor, which was terrible. We stayed there, I want to say maybe 2-3 weeks when it started getting really bad, where they were like, okay, you're not even paying me rent. You cannot afford the rent, you're gonna have to move out. And we were just like, okay, we're gonna be on our own, what are we gonna do? We've never been in this situation before, so we ended up sleeping in the car.
I ended up calling them, ended up contacting Jeff. He answered. I told him everything was going on. Like I didn't have no place to go. Everywhere else that I called, they were like, oh, we're packed, or they didn't have any room. But like when I went and I had just called them and I told them I really need help and I need help like today, not tomorrow, you know, and he helped me. They just like, okay, we're gonna give you the codes of the house, and it just was like so easy for them to help me.
Our situation was bad, and I think it impacted my children in a very strong way because my girls, they're barely 6, but they're sometimes more mature than I am. And I know they were trying to be strong for us or for their little siblings, because one of my oldest twins would tell me, it's okay, I know we don't have a house because daddy lost his job and we're poor, but we have a place to stay. And I would just try and keep strong and tell him, you know, everything's gonna get better. We've never been in a situation like that, and I think that they're too small to have gone through all of that with us. Harley was looking for shelters online. They all said they were full, and he found Foundation for the Homeless. They took an application and they called for us so we could have an interview, so we could explain the situation, and thank God they approved us. We moved from Yoakum to Austin and to the street and then to Foundation.
Well, it was bad because I had my family in a bad situation. The Foundation for the Homeless helped us out, and now we're here. Like, we're still struggling, let's say, but I'm getting out of there.
Rachel came to me, she sat there and she talked to me and like let me know off firsthand, hey, I've been through the same thing that you've been through, been homeless before, been in foster care, all of it. So I know what you're going through before you tell me what's going on. It was definitely hard for me to ask for help, because it's like, it was hard because it was something I couldn't really help, you know? So it made me feel bad because it's like, I'm not being a bad mom. I'm sure, like, you know, if anybody was in a position to like not have like nobody, like it's something that it really does hurt. Like, to be in a position to have like nobody, can't depend on nobody, like have to do everything on your own. Most of the times I'm going through some stuff that I just can't control, but that's what makes me want to go harder, because I want better for myself.
The way I bring education to the community is I always let them know face of homelessness is not the person who's standing on the corner asking for money. The face of homelessness can be the individual you're sitting next to. It's just providing the education. It could be financial loss, it could be sickness, it could be a death in the family. Something traumatic has occurred for that individual to become homeless. Just that one break, and it's not their choice because it's uncontrolled. Homelessness is affecting families. We have single moms living in cars. We have parents sleeping under the bridge with their children. That doesn't make them bad people. That makes them human, and people have forgotten. So what I try to do is just raise awareness that the homeless person can be that person sitting in that Walmart parking lot crying their eyes out because they don't know how to feed their children.
If I was speaking to somebody else that was passing through my same situation as a dad, is to keep on working, have faith, and eventually you're gonna get out of that hole, and that's the way I did it. I thought nothing was ever gonna come to us, but eventually it did. We have our own place, we're working, we made it, let's say.
You gotta stay strong through no matter what comes at you. You gotta keep going, you gotta keep pushing, because everybody's here for a reason. If you're still walking this earth and you're still here and you ain't died yet, you're here for a reason, so you gotta keep pushing. Like, what you gonna do when you get lower? It's really gonna get worse. You're gonna be out on the streets. You gotta keep going, it's on the way up. That's it.